Hello, and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel, where I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Word, the second main storyline in the game. I hope you're ready, because when last we left off, we had to do a trial by combat to save our friends from being accused of helping heretics in Ishgard. Possibly a plot by one of the noble houses, and we need to probably figure out which one. But our friend, who we first met in the Corthus Highlands, whose name I cannot pronounce and will not try to, wants us to rest. Now, given our experience with times of rest, these never go how we're planning. So let's go ahead and jump right into the game, shall we? As we're going to randomize our minion from the cat to the wind-up onion knight. I think this is the first time we summoned him this way. The black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. Oh right, we got our black chocobo and I haven't gone around and done the stuff to get that flight going. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to say, or see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to the Fortemps Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Now, I did find out by looking into it that this quest does not directly give you Dark Knight, but it unlocks the quest that does. Welcome, Mistress Frostborn. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. Helion smiles upon us yet again, Mistress Frostborn, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heaven's Ward, while the city's elite looked on. By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. My lord. We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Mistress Frostborn. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor! A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and, given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Mistress Frostborn, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. The vault is this large building up here. Alright, let's head in, and like I've said previously, I'm having some issues with my PC. I'm not going to go into detail, but we are honored to receive you, Mistress Frostborn. This way, please. We remember from cutscenes that things are not exactly perfect with the Archbishop. All right.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavens Ward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
Okay, so their play is to just brush it off onto the headstrong guy, saying that they got bad info and that they didn't intend to do what they did. That is... I don't know if you're involved or not.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Okay, he has something to tell us that he doesn't want anyone else to hear.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position.
With good reason, he's probably going to predict his own assassination, which will then happen and get framed on us. But such a thing has only recently happened, so it'd actually be poor writing if they did it right now.
Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them.
Okay, so he was clever about things. I'm liking this old guy.
Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Alright. If what he said is the truth, then we can trust him. However, part of me is telling me that this is not going to go the way we think it is. Welcome back, Alphanaut. Let's talk to Tataru first. I nearly cried when you stepped forward at the tribunal, Kiara. Thank you, thank you.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well.
Probably the whole of the world.
We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Raubern is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Raubern.
Achievement unlocked, lucky number 7? What achievement is that? There we go. Oh, disclosure. And we get Unbeliever. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lomosa. Aye, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in the trade negotiations between House Fortemps and a Limosian consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have stout allies in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation to any effort to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Lomosa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthiel at Bulwark Hall on the lower deck. He will admit you to the bridge. Actually, wait. We have items that can help with this. $80 gil for a ticket. And there we go. Now, later on today, I'll be streaming some Final Fantasy II to continue on with the entire series. However, Monday there won't be a regular stream, though I might later on stream more Final Fantasy. That will entirely depend on what time I get back from everything I have to do. Now, if you also, if you want to vote on what class/job I advance in first or next, considering the ones that I have, please drop by my Discord. The poll is currently up, and last I checked there were no votes. So vote on your favorite one or the one you like most or any of that. And let me know. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Remember, before we had intervened so much, they were very closed off.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphinaud. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah! Could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news, or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Were they trying to get us?
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphinaud. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Excellent! Unfortunately, Alphinaud's Braves have been a problem. Raban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him, but I cannot send troops into Ul'dah to expel the end of the Alliance and war, like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphinaud. By way of a first step, you should seek out your Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Alright. Before that, we're going to teleport to Gridania. Well, return to Gridania. I'm gonna take a moment to go to the Serpent's Nest and actually pay attention to my squad, which I haven't done in a while. Confirm a chemistry. Oh! That is excellent, considering we have 2 of those. Alright. Arcanist, we have one that fits all 3 of those, so those 3... Well, either way, that would be at least one of the healers. Okay. Alright. We'll send them on that mission. That will do that, so we need to head to Revenant's Toll. Okay. Go to the crystal, teleport, or take the Ethernet to North Shroud, and head north. Okay. Once we get to Central Highlands, we just take a loop, hook around, and we are at where we need to be. It's a simple, short trip. And it's going to be very simple, very quick, very done. Mordona. Is it up? Here it is. Mistress Kiara, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my companions and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. The thing is, I'm most upset about that former serpent that was a spy for Garlemald, and we spared him, and he still turned on us again. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Lamosa that you were searching for General Raban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he has recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same junction, Yuyuhase and the 3rd unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This cannot be simple. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dewari at Highbridge, where I too am bound. High Bridge is in fact in the deserts of Ul'dah. Thayland? And as far as I'm aware, is a rather popular execution site, I want to say. Okay. And we are on the Black Chocobo. All the way from Ishgard. This is probably not the best climate for it, considering where it grew up. I just want to take a moment to point that out. And there it is, High Bridge. The site of many an execution. Time to save Raban. If this isn't a trap and he's not even here. I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Yu Hase and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe this is where they intend to carry out the execution, so not at High Bridge, okay. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste to join him. Gonna feed real quick and then mount. We're on our Chocobo. We're on our own Chocobo. You come at a good time, my friends. Or, you come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor, Ilberd, arrived at the entrance of Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raban is being held within. Oh. We're gonna take the Agite Ring of Healing, I believe. There is no time to lose. General Alduin may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please, see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Level sync to level 53.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphinaud, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Let's hope that remains the case.
Since your escape from Ul'dah, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Rauban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
They are indeed following us. This is good. Honestly, on ones like this, a tank is probably a better option.
Leave this to me.
Alright, this is not as hard as I had feared. So far, anyway. This is a dead end. Alright, this way, this way, this way. That looks important. And like a trap. This must be where he is. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray, do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly onto the bosom of Thul, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Okay, we have a poison situation. Okay, so this is increasing his... We need to find the source of the poison. Couple of cures. And let's go. This was a dead end before. What is this important now? No, it's not. have to hurry. Okay. I don't like poison gas levels. You might have noticed that from my Devil May Cry playthroughs, but I do not like poison gas levels. Alright, there are enemies up here that we hadn't been here, so let's defeat these and try. Takes care of the mist. So let's return. Oh, now we need to find a key. Okay. There we go. Identification key. Now, the nation that's most known for Magitech may be behind this. If that's the case, then it's going to be major problems sooner rather than later. Let's do what we can to hurry back, get this key to Raubahn, and get out of here. Once we've rescued him, we will have a chance to actually get Ul'dah back under out of the Syndicate's hands. My thanks. Slowly, General. You're yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever controversies to the Warrior of Light? Well done, hero. Elberd. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions. Let's get this over with. All right.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Honestly, why? Why did... Why did so many of them turn against us? That is my question. That's the one thing I can't quite figure out.
This changes nothing.
Especially him on the left.
It is over, Elberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them.
Really? That is where you're going with this?
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Ala Mhigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
She's right, we have to help him.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
On your feet, Gladiator. This fight is not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
A fake poison.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
If that is the case, then I will be very much relieved. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilberd and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Aldane, I presume, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray, do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bid me direct you or your steps to the Waking Sands. And know that Master Uringer awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you, General Aldane. If you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you might travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Okay, Yuyugiri is going with them. That's good. I have spoken with Uringer via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Roban is in safe hands. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Alright. We head to Vesper Bay. We're not going to use another ticket, since we're already in the area. Those are a limited resource, and honestly, they are useful to get back here from later chapters, according to my friends. So, here we go. All things considered. We'll be heading through here. Alright, now Vesper Bay is right up this way. I did not mean to make that rhyme. Here we go. More main story. We've rescued Roban! Let's get a round of applause for that, right? I'm still mad at the guy from the Twin Serpents more than anything. Acting like he wanted to atone for what he was doing with the Empire, and in the end, he betrays us again.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
Oh, and who is this?
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
No, we were interrupted immediately.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught. before it could reach her mistress's lips.
I see.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering.
I see.
I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind.
That should state him for the time being, at least.
You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace, and take your place at her side once more, for her sake, and that of our nation.
Okay. Turn in this quest. I had not counted on Parolisi Dawalala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more persistent. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Ruban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Kiara. Thank you. Is this voiced? Tataru? Yes, General Ruban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we should return at once. Pray, notify the court of our coming. Or the Count. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravians are preparing to resume their siege on the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Diwali's claim. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarum and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Okay. Never a dull moment, it would seem. Let us return to Gridania, then we can easily get to Ishgard from a few places. Step 1. Ethernet to the North Shroud. Step 2. The gameth, it would seem. Then we go through here. Hit the Central Corthus Highlands and just go north to the Steps of Faith. It would seem the Dravians will not stop their assaults. What truth lies behind their actions? As the other individual with the power of the Echo seems to know something that we don't. We're almost at Camp Dragonhead. Circle around this way. And the Steps of Faith are basically just ahead. Alright, and we are returned to Ishgard. Alright. We are going to see what is awaiting us. And what complications will arise, because it's never going to be easy, is it? It's never going to be simple. Oh, Tataru. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Roban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravian attack. Lord Harfin was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are awaiting you inside, so you'd better head in. Welcome, Mr. Frostborn. Shall I show you inside the manor? My friend, thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravian are once more gathering for war. Mr. Frostborn, Master Louvier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. Oh, that was him that said that, not... Okay. When the observatorium's bells toll, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claim to have they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts when first you came... But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice: to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her wary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow men, and not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Kiara? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. I wonder when next we will get a equipment quest. That is a question. And one that would have an interesting answer, I assume. After all, when you get equipment quests, it's building you up for more... well, level synced in such instances. Right, that's the term needed. Alright, let's accept this quest. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tatu should have a say. Come, let us meet her outside and discuss the path that lies before us.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
It's voiced.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light,
we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your Lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Yeah, I don't want any headstrong
Perfectly.
recklessness.
I shall assume that Isar enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
All right. This is a... We have chosen a difficult road, yet should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy Seas decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. That Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Hems Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in our power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Like I said, go on to my Discord and vote as to which job you want to see me utilize next to unlock. To go through the quest line of as far as I can. You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray, make it quick.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emeric, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the Sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Excellent. Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we may proceed without fear of preemptive Ishgardian attack. A preemptive, okay. Which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Estienne, let us be about our task.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us.
He's starting to go a little mad with power here.
And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
Oh.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Oh no. Oh no. I see where this is going. Wind up Elfinod. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plan. Then I shall await you at the Saints Britannia's Forum. Tell your friend we must be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Kiara, let us head back to Fort Thames Manor. Okay, Fort Thames Manor, the last vigil. Hello! I hope you're enjoying the content so far. Apparently, we're going to attempt to talk peace with a villain that is regretting their actions, as far as I understand. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Kiara and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphinaud. I made it specially. Oh no, I couldn't possibly... very well. New outfit for Alphinaud. By the 12. It fits perfectly. And the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while listening to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now, I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up on all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Alright, we have a new outfit for Alphinaud. That is an interesting bit of addition. Alright. So we need to go to the Foundation over here. Alright, and we talk to our Dragoon friend. You have said your farewells then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Isael's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last. The Korthus Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it, as the commander of Falcon's Nest. It is like that he will know if any heretic movement or activity has been reported in the area. Alright, and Korthus Western Highlands. Some water to drink and This is a lot of stuff going on, so I hope you're enjoying it so far. Like I've said before, drop by my Discord to vote which job I should unlock next. Well, well, Mistress Frostborn, what business brings you to Falcon's Nest? Or back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it cannot be trifling matters. As a dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alphanod Bouvier, at your service. And you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. I am sure you are aware the Observatorium has warned of the Dravian gathering for another assault. We believe there may be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus, we have come to Falcon's Nest in hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served speaking directly to my men. Patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgod Mills. The farm. I'm just going to call it the farm. It was a farm. 'Tis possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mrs. Frostborn knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Kiara. I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. We cannot currently fly because we need to Ether compass. Alright, there's one to the north. Alright. Using that allows us to find ether currents to which we can attune to. Oh, I think those are them. That will eventually allow us to fly in these newer maps. Northwest. All right, there. I am, in fact, trying to grab what I can while I can. Honestly, valid enemy level. I would like to point out that that polar bear is a higher level than an actual dragon. Oh, directly to the west now. This is directly away from where we're supposed to go, but we will... Oh, there it is. Attuned to the ether current. Oh, more northwest. By how far? 400. We will try to attune to what we can. As it would seem, this is going to be the main area for a good portion of this stage of the quests. Oh! Interesting. I guess you're a hunt target. There it is. East. Far to the east. Far to the east. Perhaps even at our destination. We are gaining more experience though, so there's that. And honestly, this is a rather specific area. Plenty of ice, plenty of snow, plenty of ruins. $500 still. We are over halfway there though, considering how we started. let's try. I'm going to have to go around this. Yeah. Going around this should be fine. Shouldn't take too long. Let's keep going. Still says to the east. Isn't that tower over there? That seems likely, doesn't it? That windmill? What the? Oh. I bumped the left bumper, which caused auto walk. Oh, it's not here. It might actually be at the farm. There it is. It is. It is at the farm. I don't see any indication of how many we still need to gather. Mr. Frostborn, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. And no sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by a great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Kiara. Oh dear. The creature took me by surprise. Forgive me. Until my hands stop shaking, I fear I shall prove more a hindrance than help. Pray, go on ahead, and when you are certain that the rest of these things have been slain, notify the expedition leader that it is safe to return. There we go. All right, up we go. The beasts are slain then? My thanks, Mistress Frostborn. We shall return to our duty without fear of mauling. we're gonna go with the direct hit one. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart. Is this not so? The records we discovered are those beasts mauled by our comrades appear to have some manner of correspondence. Appear to be some manner of correspondence. Letters between A and B. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving the onslaught of Fang and Claw, but I'd wager those letters contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. Okay. I found some few of these letters. Let us gather a respectable stack and see what secrets the expedition captain can wring out from the collected correspondence. The letters were in a neat pile here, but it would seem the skirmish with the beasts have scattered them rather thoroughly. Where are these damnable pages? I'd rather battle 2 score avens than continue its confounded search. Gather the dropped pages. Okay. Ah. That explains it. The last one wasn't on the right floor. Thought I saw something in there before, but I couldn't actually see it. That was odd. Have you recovered much of the heretic's correspondence? Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Alphinaud and Sir Esnier, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the mill heretics and their fellows in the amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we thought abandoned. The amphitheater. The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, The journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Mombrea succeeded in recreating the beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of the mill seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren from the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Sterndare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Alright, with this I'm going to take a quick bio break. I will be right back shortly. And I am back. I am sorry about that. And I hope you're ready to continue enjoying the content. Now then, we need to speak to the guard at the tunnel. Let's feed our chocobo again and pick up a mount. We will soon see if we are not picking up any things because we are here, or if we're because too far. Oh, we cannot fly in. Let's try heading towards where we're supposed to first. There are quite a few areas that we have not yet unlocked or entered into that may give us some more experience. That's a mammoth. That is a mammoth. They have mammoths here. New area discovered. So it doesn't seem like it's areas we need to uncover that are responsible for it. Let's go back across the bridge. Honestly, I want to know when we're going to be able to... Wait, is it just the black chocobo that can fly? No, it's not. Okay. Now we have to take this turn here. Continue this way. Okay. That's the pike. By currents, it says. The guests of House Swartems, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Okay. My mouse fell and I was worried that OBS would be problematic about things. Assuming that the beacon still functions, assuming the beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at our appearance, or at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Proceed to a level sync area. Sorry about those sounds. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard! It is not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley, wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers! May dragon wings bring us to victory. Heal with the healer! A lot of them.
Focus. Release! Know your folly.
This is not good. But if we can get rid of these, maybe he will focus on the big guy as well. Which will... Alright, there we go. The thing is, these dragon transformations are permanent and twist the mind. Which is why those that well, it's been gone over in previous things. Duty complete. Ugh, they fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we, even should an ambush await us. 'Tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estine. Estinian. Okay. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpole. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened onto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature in a covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed upon it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this Ashen Island. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there's another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Poles. Their leader, Gentalot, may have information of use for us, or to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. All right. We need to find the way up. Via one side or another. be a way here. Let's try. This is what I don't like. This is why Limsa Lamosa gets me lost. Nothing. I guess we have to go the whole way along. Don't we? At some point there has to be a way back up. Oh. Might even be that we just have to follow the river. Okay. I never said my sense of direction was good. But I will say that I get lost far less in the Shroud. And that is, in itself, a good thing. Let's try... There we go, we discovered a new location. And it seems that we just have to go over and around for this. It's one of those areas that is difficult to traverse before unlocking flight. And it still doesn't pick up any ether currents. That is a troubling thing, honestly. There has to be more, but we can't pick any up. Yeah, we got registered at that Chocobo Keep. Well, well, what have we here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. My controller's batteries are low. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentelot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you to our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you. We shall. Kiara, Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information can be had, or information there is to be had. And quest complete. Oh. Oh. Aether Current quest. Aether Current. Alright, so we have to do quests to unlock some more of them. Great. What about you? Do you also have one? Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the next story quest. We have about a half hour left of stream. Surely one of these people will have encountered the heretics while out hunting. Pray, seek with as many as you can, Kiara. Nay, I know not of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every bloke that wanders in and out of our camp, or out of camp? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. Hunt dragons! I hunt dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for sign of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures. Sorry. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. You have a name. You probably have information. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Parquet or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. It's no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Samat, I can help you with that, my lady. Something I can help you with, my lady. There we go. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. It'd be if it pleasure, my lord. I'm Paraquet, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. It weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the Spirius, or sea. No, it was by order of Lord Gentilot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy about what they have me do. But, not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. Or from what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining the ranks. Apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then I am minded to start a fire. I see. Oh, we get an aether current from this as well. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak into his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also describes in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Kiara? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphinaud, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again in the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. I have enough space. I'm going to grab these ones that'll give us ether as well. Want to help out, do you? There's plenty that needs doing. And killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed the dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires and raid our stores. Think you could thin their number a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. They'll be compensated for your trouble, of course. I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lass who was in the Azure Dragoons company. Since you are here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at hunting before you depart? See for yourself what it's like for us convictors. The Dravian horde is stronger than you might expect, unless you've been at it for years like I have. I think it prudent to start with something simple, and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest the Ruhams. Slay 3 of those, then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Okay. Cowards, all of you. Have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your... Wait. Are you not Mistress Frostborn, honored ward of House Fortemps? Praise Helion. Surely you would consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers, built to wane the Horde's approach, or warn of the Horde's approach? 'Twas lost following the calamity. A Another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madam, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a scripture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. An ice rondel is set in its helm. Or there's a sculpture, okay. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. I'm also going to change my class over to Theurgist, or Thaumaturge, for the purpose of slaying some polar bears. This will more than allow for us to Okay, that was not as easy as I thought it would be. We do have to go all the way back. Honestly, I'm going to call it here for today, I guess. And I'm going to level up some of my other classes off stream. I hope you all had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it, wherever you're up to it, however you're up to it, and whoever you're up to it with. If you enjoyed my content, make sure to drop me a follow here on Twitch. Hit the bell for notifications. And stay tuned to the... Well, keep an eye out because I'll be streaming again later today for some Final Fantasy II. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit that bell for notifications. Check out my channel here in the middle. If you don't know where to start with all of my videos and VODs, then go ahead and check out this playlist over here where I play a different game. If my stuff wasn't for you, but you stuck around anyway, or skipped to the end of the video, here is a video YouTube thinks you will like. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, and take care.